What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Frida, and we're going back to her 1982 album, Something's Going On. My cat is aware that something's going on, and now you can go back to sleep. But the next tune, I'm intrigued by the title of, which is To Turn the Stone. Stones, you don't think of them normally as turning. Obviously there are examples you could come up with, but you think of wheels turning, you think of cogs turning. Stones, we think of more as, whether for building materials, walls, like houses, buildings, or whether we're talking about, monolithic stones, whether ceremonial or otherwise. You don't tend to think of them as turning as part of their typical understanding or representation. So yeah, I am curious about the phrasing of the title. It does have a lyricism or a poetry to it, so I enjoy the phrasing even if I'm unsure of what will be at play. Let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Frida from her 1982 album Something's Going On, and it's To Turn the Stone. Familiar and otherworldly at the same time. don't know if I caught enough, but definitely it sounds like we're talking mysterious forces, eternal forces, things that are, larger than any individual life. But ultimately, I'm not sure how it all stitches together. But definitely, there were some phrases that seemed like they had some grandeur and some scope to them. And then, yeah, sonically, I love the blend of sounds. It's like it's sort of an earthy kind of tune, but there's also like again, this mystical, otherworldly feeling as well. So again, it had like it's familiar sounds of genres that are regarded as sort of salt of the earth or like down to earth, but there's also these layers and sounds that were very exotic and celestial sounding, and again almost like celestial whale song with the guitar work. So like a really interesting blend, and again like the artistry of the tune, it was reminding me of someone like Kate Bush, and I promise you, like, there's few compliments where I could give that it's like, oh, this reminds me of Kate Bush. As far as the artistry of her work, I feel like she's sort of on her own planet. But this type of track, the way it has sort of dynamic sound, the evolution of the track, the way there's a moment I was thinking, was it actually beginning a long fade out? Oh, no, it's going to come back, and it went through more iterations, and had me thinking about the whale song by the end. So really enjoyed the way the progression of the tune, the chronology, the composition of the tune, in addition to her voice. And I think it was Superstar, I'm trying to remember, someone like mentioned that they thought Frida's voice was essentially the best voice in the history of recorded music. And I completely get that. Again, there's a number of voices like that I put in a pantheon. I tend to think more in those terms because I can never decide like between certain examples of things that I like, where like, do I like this or this? And it's like, man, I guess it depends on the day of the week. But even having said that, for my own sort of preferences when it comes to putting things and artists in elite categories, I completely get it, because there is this like sonic purity to her voice on the delivery. It feels like every like part of the note is equally and perfectly covered. It just has that sort of like uniform pure sound in so many cases. So I do get that. So yeah, bottom line, another cool track, and one that again seems to suggest that she was keen to do some different things, and maybe not just do the kind of singing or the kind of music that she had been doing with ABBA. So either way, shout out to Frida, shout out to all the folks, most of whom I think are part of the ABBA overall crowd, who've become a big part of the channel. But shout out to all you following the Frida and Agneta solo journeys. I mentioned this in the Agneta deep dive, or the reaction in this batch, that soon Benny and Bjorn will join the journeys as well. So looking forward to that. Let me know what you think of this, and I will see you, along with Luca, the sleepy and a bit bizarre cat, next time. Peace.